Nederlands is niet zo goed nu.
Ja, dat is nog heel goed. Heel goed. It's very good. But we're going to speak English because the audience I'm aiming for is English speaking. Koen just explained that I was asking what are the things you are needing in this light language activation. And Koen was explaining that his mind, his head was still interfering. So that was the first thing. So Paul, what do you need to activate your light language?
To trust the light language more, and confidence that I will do it okay. And I thought I did it already with my mimic, my dancing, my shamanic rituals.
Yeah.
But and deepening in this kind of material.
Okay, Natika is also in the house. Hi.
Hi.
What do you want for this activation session?
Think clarification, like it's kind of clarifying the difference between what I'm channeling in my light language.
What exactly do you mean? Because you're channel and you do light language.
There's different voices, so kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe putting a name, or not necessarily a name, but differentiating between. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's necessarily necessary, but I'm curious.
So it's the mind.
Yeah. So maybe back to the trust thing that Paul said.
I wrote down trust. Seriously, it's the first thing I wrote down, trust. But it's okay. And it's normal. And that's why we are coming together, because we all have the same issues. Everybody is in one way or another finding the same issues. And they're not issues, but little things. And these little things are normal because we also have an ego, and the ego is not really liking this because it's a very fast moving step forward. And the ego likes slow, small steps forward, because otherwise it's afraid to lose control. So it's very normal. And again, when I was starting a bit more than a year ago with light language, it all happened to me as well. It was also in the beginning, you recognized and the first thing my mind was saying is, I'm making this up. And the second thing my mind was saying is, oh, you're not making this up, you're copying it from somebody else. And then it was like, oh, you're just copying what you did yesterday. And every time there was a little thing in that. That's normal. So Koen, your mind is not only occupied with distractions, but it's also it's finding ways, its own ways, its most habitual ways to say to you, this is not a good thing. Don't do that. This is not you. And it can become even stranger when you start really opening up in light language. And there are people who don't understand what this is, and they don't trust anything of this, and they will tell you, this is really weird. This is not you, and I'm not. And I my mother told me, I preferred you when you were normal. So it's all okay, and it helps us to mature in our light language, in our being, our multidimensional being, and it helps us to stand up for what we as a sovereign being feel, and be authentic and be pure in whatever it takes. And of course, the closest people are to you, the harder it is if they don't understand or not open to understand anything from you, to stand tall and to understand that everything is perfectly orchestrated. But we are here together, and that's a blessed sign already. So let me see, Natika, what is your wish for today in light language activation?
So for me also trust, and I think it is also to do with my mind, because I don't know, it is something in my mind that it's like So I have channeled light language, but very little, I would say, during my healing session. So it does come out, but it does come out depending on, how okay I am to do it, or I don't know what it is that is blocking. What I think it is my mind that is not letting me to be a proper channel.
Okay, beautiful. Because every description of everyone is just giving me a little bit of more of a handle to use, and the trust is really, really important for today, because not because trust is important, and it really it's like an octopus with many tentacles. It's getting in every system we have. So let's connect to our heart. And let's connect with our, close our eyes, hand on the heart, feet next to each other. And let's really connect to our heart with the photon of the source. And we're going to connect the heart rooms, the physical heart rooms. Tura ata iyan mana iyan na koyon, dara ana kai kotosh kum ayana. Shurum durum ata tikadata mambara a. And we're going to connect these 4 rooms also to each other. Tukur otori atari atam ata. And there's also an upper room and a lower room and a back room, and we're going to connect them as well to the photon of the source in the middle of our heart. And this is all done in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities. We're going to connect these 3 different parts as well to each other. And to the 4 rooms. There's a big heart space connected to the photon of the source in the middle of your heart. So now we're going to connect every single cell individually to the photon of the source. So all your physical cells will be connected to your physical source, to the photon source in your heart. And all these cells are individually connected one by one to the photon of the source in the middle of your heart. Shuma ayanyanya manama ati manama atukurum atayinya maaya manama ay manamai. And now we're going to connect every system in your physical. So your meridians, your muscle system, your tissue system, every system we know, but especially those systems we don't know. All in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities to the photon of the source in your heart. We're going to connect all your energetical fields. There are many layers probably in there. We don't know them all. So we take them all in, connect them all to your photon of the source in the middle of your heart. And we're going to connect the cosmical layers to and the universal layers. The galactical layers. There are many galaxies, so we're going to connect all of them. Now everything is connected to the photon of the source in your heart. Shuk taram aya, shuk maya 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 mo to mai. Let it resonate, and let it. It's like a pulsing feeling in your system. Dumba shishi amana burundara yana nash. And this is your heart pulse in all your system, including all the galaxies. So now we're going to connect you to your higher self and all its helpers. The photon of the source in your heart with the higher self and all its helpers individually in all time, space, dimensions, and infinity. Shuram yamanyan yan yan dukurum baai nyana anayukurum Ukotorun akataram amamai I ashama na 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 ma ya na 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 ukotorum do ba. And we're going to connect you to the central sun and the fountain of the source in your heart. Toro oshanya na buwushukoto. Shunama atari na makata. Mbura ototo shukotorum atatanya. And there are many, many different central suns in all galaxies. Shukoram achikokokon. We're going to connect them all to the fountain of the source in the heart. Tatai kotot ot ayama aha. Then we're going to connect you to the source, all sources. Shashama. Shuk aram ay gida do bo do shuko torum we're going to connect you to the central planet part. This is Gaia. Shuk ama iya taram inya kataram. We're going to connect you to the kernel of Gaia, Tukuko Shkurum Ata, and also all the layers of Gaia. Shur Adi Karma, Shukut Urum Ati Karanada, Shurum Adamana Mariatika, Shurum Urudun Dun Dun Durum Dun Durum Dun Doyata, Durum Asha. So now you are the center of the universe, of all universes. Shup Ayamayanaya, Mananana. And what we're going to do first is going to call in all your inner childs and let them gather around you in a circle. Shurata pa puru tukoto paratata shumanamata tarandara shikata pu tototo. And all these inner childs are forming a circle around you, and they're from all time, space, dimensions, infinities. And we're calling them all in, including the inner child of today. Shupabada shina manamaka. And as gratitude for them showing up, you're going to connect them from the fountain of the source in your heart, in the middle of your heart, to the fountain of the source in their hearts. Shungana yak urum a kush urum a shanana yama kurum aina ka tarina manana yana shumana yaka shuma katai ia taram aya tur u man anyan a. And we're going to look specifically for the inner child who had experiences and where they had a lack of trust, or they found that there was no trust enough, that there was something missing in trust. They interpreted that there was trust needed, or that all the programs and emotions in connection with trust, all the patterns in connection with trust, we're going to take away and let them go because they're not needed anymore. Shuma mama yukuturo shuma. Shumana ma'aya ma'anaya mama. Shuna ma'anaya anayana. Woko shnama mama. This is creating massive space in your inner child, but also in yourself. And this is going to let him go, let him go, let him go. While this is letting go, we are calling in the help of the higher self and its helpers, clearing up all these energies, all these emotions. Shup 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 poi kotai nyenama nava shup 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 konai. Rich 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 sha 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 sha. And we're gonna clear the space in our throat areas. Tora yamana na 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 ya nika na 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 bobo bobo yuko tora yamana na manganda durum bokondo na na yandaranga durum boron doron 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 di durum boko durum dom nam nam boron. Also your neck space. And all implantations or other obstacles planted in your system energetically or physically or whatever, we're going to take away because we don't need them, we don't trust them. And we ask the source, the central suns, the higher self and all its helpers to replace all these emotions, energies, programs and plans, to replace that with pure trust, trust in the system of the source, trust in the system, which of the higher multidimensional beings, which we are. Shum ayanyaka. Trust in every layer. Nyam ai inukoroma we trust in ourselves. We believe in ourselves. Every spirit is helping us to rebuild and reconnect and remember this trust. And this remembrance opens up all your light language capabilities, renewed. This can be hand signals. You can feel your hand taking their own lives, which is okay. You can hear your own sounds getting out of your throat. Maybe your eyes are making weird movements. It's okay. You can see your head moving. And everything is okay. There is nothing strange about this. This is your pure own or nature. It's all connected to your heart, to the source, to the earth. If there's any program, any pattern of resistance in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities in your system, we're going to take it out right now. Release all resistance. Release all resistance. Open all portals of remembrance. Open your mind. So open up your mouth. So start speaking your language. Start doing it now. Siangandana, oh ha 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 ha, Shukotonum ah, oh ha ha ha, Shuma aya na, oh ha ha ha, Nyana mahaya, oh ha 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 ha, no ha, oh ha, Nyana maha, oh wa in ha ha, oh ha in ha ha ha, oh ha in ha ha, oh ha ha ha, oh ha ha ha, oh ha ha ha. So Anna, you are already back on Earth. How was this?
Woo! What a ride. Yeah, there was some fun stuff. There was a new, I don't know what to call it, voice that was like a little like elfish, like it sounded like a tiny little alien being thing that like a frill, like a fairy thing.
Hmm?
And she was having fun.
Space fairy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Entering your space. She was entering your space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. They're like more like giggling sounds, like
yeah, and like high pitched and
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Let's hear some more. Yeah, great. And you can and we can always call them in.
Yeah.
They love to come and to make joy for whatever we seriously do. Great. Yeah, beautiful. And she will help you to take away the thinking part of needing confirmation.
Yeah. She
Because-
came in when my mind was like ready to just let go, and she was like, let's just have fun and don't think about it. So I was just like watching, like experiencing.
Yeah. And that's the best description you can give, because light language is just do it. So it's as soon, for me at least, it's my belief system that as soon as you start thinking about it, it doesn't really work. So, and I'm also a real strict believer of this, that whatever is needed for you at this moment, you will get it. So if, for instance, for you, the different voices, if they want to distinguish each other themselves, they will show it to you.
Yeah.
And of course, in the beginning, you will ask those things like, is this one or this one? And that's normal, because that's the process of them clarifying what and where they are from. But the best thing as for you still to do is to be as a space fairy. Just enjoy, be as that kid in the candy shop, and just let it all come out. And without any mind-created boundaries. And mind-created boundaries are like, what's the translation? Is it? It's not of importance, because our higher selves can understand it always. They don't show it to us. They don't need to show it to us, but they know what is being told, or jokes shared, or whatever.
And I think that's a lot to do with like when you see people like who are able to like channel these different, aspects and then translate it, then your mind is like, well, I should know what it means. But I think, thank you for saying that, the higher self always knows. And if we need to know, the higher self will relay that information.
Definitely. And we can't compare.
Nah.
And I did it myself. It's very easy to say, but I did it myself. When I was working with Nicola, I was comparing but she can translate exactly what she's doing. And in my own way, I'm doing the same way, but I'm doing the other way around. I'm pre-telling what I'm going to do. And that's my translation in light language. So there are many ways, and there are many different ways. And it's only tying us down if we start comparing. The best way to do is just let everything go, and especially with light language, that's what in the beginning there were not groups like this. So and then it was difficult, because you only had some examples, and those were people. For me, they were speaking an hour of light language, and I was like, I can't do that. My light language is too compact. How can I fill an hour? And I was really in the beginning, I was really struggling with this, because I was still in comparison. And that's a trap. But the best thing to do is just open up. And you don't need to clear your mind. It's these activations, they will penetrate through everything. It's just, the activations are like little bombshells getting into your system, and they will do their explosions. The only thing what we are doing is to hold it back and say, okay, I'm now at the grocery shop, and I'm definitely not going to speak light language. And then you're like, and you feel something, and maybe for me it was in the middle of my in my breast area, this area in the middle. I could sense something coming from behind. It felt like that, but it wasn't coming in from behind, but it felt it came from somewhere in the middle and wanted to go out. That wasn't really like a language, but it was some kind of a feeling. Sensation is maybe the better word. And if that sensation was there, I put my hand on my heart, and then it came. And every time, still now, I'm surprised by the sounds I create as light language, because I'm a bit of a weirdo. I'm a creator of keys and key holder and key creator, and that's so every time I can adjust it to the person I'm speaking with, but it was every time different, and there was not a real language. So sometimes in the beginning, you can remember that I was like a bee. I was making bee sounds. It is still working, but it's not needed anymore, because there are different layers of frequencies added on and mixed in. So even if you start with a language, which is beautiful, it can be really that in a month's time, that is completely gone. So it's like the first, some people start doing their light language and they speak and then they make really roaring sounds, because it was always, I would put in a jar and suddenly you take off the lid and then it's like, and then it starts moving slower and slower. So really beautiful, Anne. And one of your answers is already answered, and the clarification. So and the trust we worked. So almost done for today. Is there anything else you had on your wish list?
Me? No.
Yeah? No? Oh, we can find something. Okay, I will do that. Okay. Yeah. Paul.
Yeah. I saw a lot of white, bright light in the head.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me peace and trust.
Okay, trust to speak light language.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, start doing it. Put your hand on your heart and start speaking.
Oh, no, not yet. Not yet.
But you just explained that you could speak light language.
Yeah, but it was exercise first.
This is exercising time.
Yeah. Not on Wednesday.
What is the objection? Why? Okay, close your eyes.
Yeah.
Shon ama ko tornyaka ai nyonon atara okoh. Sha ni kokorun ni kokot a mur ai kokor a nyak. Shurum ai azor oyo ona. Shona ai. Ya itu kot. Tukana ya ata. Shona ada doha. Daya kotori na katar aya hatan yung kokarana aya daki kano mama yata.
Mana ya?
Shati.
Kiyasha.
Okay, Paul, you can come back. But you see, there is no need to resist. And you were speaking on a Wednesday. So this is very important, and it's great that you did it. It's the first steps, and everybody here is applauding that you took your first steps.
Yes.
So because this is the biggest hurdle with people.
Yeah.
It's easy to do it on a toilet or in a shower, and nobody's watching, and you're just like, nobody's seeing me. But
in the shower, wow,
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, but this is our shower. So,
okay.
So here, it's okay to practice. This is a safe ground.
Yes.
Everybody is in the same field, maybe a few steps ahead, but it's all the same. So thank you very much for sharing this. And we're going to come back to you again because it's easy to get it out of you.
Yeah. You're laughing, Anne.
No, it's okay. Koen.
Yes.
How's your light language? How was the first activation?
There was again a lot of shocks.
Mm-hmm.
Shocks, like you also explained in this area.
Yeah.
Here, and also in my shoulders. And sometimes I have a little scream.
Okay.
So I feel
because
a bit.
Do you need more shocks to really scream? To let light language come out?
I think there's a lot of screaming first before.
So that's scaring you?
In public, yes.
Yeah.
In public,
okay,
yes.
but you saw that Paul had the same issue. He's not going to scream, but for him, the impression of the words was the same.
Yeah.
So close your eyes. Start talking. Shana kotoring kokoi shigama. Koshtana makarta ai otoro. Keep your mouth a little bit open. Dokotare inyama tara anakari yanama karan dara yakai korona shonama akara da shua. Kantara anya shua. Koranya katarana ayata. Shur I heat. Torum akarana tataya makaran chokorama. Shanankot. Let it go. Kushakana kataya namaka. It's okay. You don't have to really try to do it. It has to come from by nature, but there's too much resistance still. It's okay. But you don't, are you not off the hook?
And tears, a lot of tears.
Yeah, let it get out.
Yeah.
Everything what is on the heart between you expressing, let it come out. Tears are beautiful if they can come out, so let them roll.
Okay, I thought it was time to stop crying now after all these.
No,
tears.
if it's interfering the light language, you can just open those windows and just let it go.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Nitika.
So for me, it did come out, but again, my mind took over, and then it was like, what are you doing?
Okay,
And then
show me what you're doing.
okay.
Come on. Toshakan yubot onyana iti kadan tuk. Sho ono ayata shana ana. Kuryan pa ka di jur ani kan o. Louder. Shukada a hotu yuko. Tumayana iya kunoma iya na kawayan yan ya kochuma yan ayuk umaya. Okay, it's there, but you're still holding at the back a little bit. It's okay, but it's already on the top of your lips. You could hardly hold it back, which is beautiful, and it's okay. This is not criticism. It's just it's almost there. So what I want to do now is to do a little work on the inner child, and it's the inner child of shyness, because we're all a little bit shy. And that's okay, because when we were young, in this life, little kids were teasing us, and we were strange, and probably we were already speaking light language as little kids.
Yeah,
because that's rather normal. Kids do that. But then, of course, there are those older or bigger kids, and they can speak normal language, and they tell you that you are stupid because they don't understand your light language. So what they brought in was programs of shyness and feeling different and being separated from groups. I think all these patterns. So close your eyes, hand on the heart, feet next to each other on the ground. In all time and space, all dimensions, all infinities, we're going to recall all these inner childs and also the inner child of today to form a circle around you. And all these inner childs are standing in a circle around us. And we're very, very grateful because this is a special task. So we are really quickly reconnecting them to the photon of the source in our hearts, to their hearts, individually. We connect them to the source immediately. So we're going to concentrate on all these inner childs with experiences in which they felt that they were weird, strange, and people didn't believe or understand them because of their way of speaking, their way of handling, their way of using their eyes and their hands and their movements. And they were criticized by that. All these experiences, all these emotions, we're going to take these emotions out. They're not needed anymore. Uyo mama ayana ma ayama ayo wo ayana. It's okay that you are your natural being. It's okay to be sovereign and authentic. You can be pure of light in any way. Shuma ananana, shuma ananana. So let these energies, these patterns, these programs of being weird or different, let them go away together with these emotions. Shupata mama mama yanamakataya. Woko naya naya naya. Woko koyomuda naya. And let this throat area, the lower throat, upper throat, and the middle throat area be cleared of any programs which are bringing shyness of what we can bring in our language, in our sound. Shuk, shuk, naraya, naya, naya, woot, woot, haya, woot, 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 woot. So helping to clear your voice helps to clear your system. And we're going to fill all this emptiness we created in this inner child. We're going to fill it with pure love from the source and understanding what happened. And pure love and togetherness of all the inner childs. We can shake all each other's hands. This is bringing so much light in all these inner childs. They feel so fulfilled that they were normal. They're just doing their thing, their natural thing, their light thing. And pure light and love from the source, the central sun, the higher self, and Mother Earth is entering all these little inner childs. They feel so overwhelmed with this love. They're so happy. They're so pleased. So give them a big hug, all of them. They deserve it. They already deserved it such a long time ago. The Mother Earth and the Central Sun and the Source are giving them a shower of golden light and love. It's a shower of 360 degrees. And it's all focusing on the throat area so that all your expressions of all inner childs, including you, will be opened and remembered. And we open the backside of your neck to enter this code. So if you open your mouth a little bit, sound will emerge. Shuk urshashika nyana yoko. Shuk randadana bush bush ayanana. Shuk turum ayanama yika namahaya. Manaya yo. Manaya o. Shumaya. Niyamaya namaya naya namaha. Okay. Ja. Vertel, Anna.
I knew this was coming. Earlier today, there was something that, like, in my mind, I was like, you were remembering how, like, as a kid, that you weren't able to, or that you were made fun of and you were shy, you were dimming your light to fit in, and it was really traumatizing. It was so traumatizing because you had to, like, figure out, like, you were new on this incarnation and like, oh, what's this? That's this. Okay, let's just be our real self, our true self. But everything was like, no, no, no. So finally, I feel like that, like, whew, I have the friends that I never had, the people that are here, the people that are in here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Was it clearing enough for all, or is there anything needed to be cleared?
I think there might be more, but it feels like it needs to come out
Next time.
next time. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't surprise you with this. I knew it was coming. No, you couldn't know it because I didn't know it. That's perfect. Okay, Nitika.
I felt there was a lot of relief, but and it was I would say a new experience for me, because I was blowing my mouth, so I was blowing air out of it, a lot of air out of it, and my lips and my mouth were making some weird shapes, and my lips were also like uh, I don't know how to explain this, but
They were doing their own thing.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we want. It's beautiful, perfect. So next time if that happens, just let it go. Because if you see the hand movements, it's very easy. You can see people on Facebook or YouTube, and they have these beautiful figures, and it's like more geometrical things. They can do that. We don't need to do that. We can just do whatever. But the moment you feel that this is happening and you're not thinking about it, then it's authentic, and that's what you want. If your lips are creating movements, and it's not you thinking, okay, now I'm going to do something, then it's the authentic way of working, and that's the best. That's what we strive for. So,
and even my mind came in between, oh, what it is. Still, it was just flowing, and it was in a flow, and it felt really nice to experience something that it is just coming from the source. So you just let it happen. Yeah, you know that this is right.
Exactly, and this is only the beginning. So this is a start, and it's beautiful that it's already showing itself now. It's beautiful. You can see it, Anna, after a couple of weeks, she's just jumping and doing things, and there's no stopping. But it's what everybody will find. So it's not that Anna is special in that. Of course, she's special, but not in that. And that's the joy it brings. And now she has found the space fairies, and the space fairies are a new chapter. They bring a lot of fun. So maybe I'm not really, it's not true. I'm really good at space fairies, but I have to, for me, there's a psychological barrier to do the space fairies because it's high and it's not really my toning, but I will do it in a second. So see you, and Anna, you don't mute then, and you can join me, because then we can do it together. So prepare for that. Koen.
Yeah, my mind was occupied. I couldn't focus. I was somewhere else.
Okay, but that's something you can do by choice. You can shut up your mind, because I'm now doing light language course and activation, and then you shut off your mind because there's nothing else of importance. It's your choice that you really want to be in this. And so for the next 15 minutes, try to really shut it off. And then still your mind can interfere. That's okay. It's always there, but this is practicing time. So take your stage, take your moment, and if your mind is interfering not already, say, hey, you have to wait till after 15 minutes. Then you have your time again.
In the first round, I did it. So I shut up my mind and felt in my body. And then
okay, super. So you know the difference. That's the most important lesson maybe for today. So that's great already. Appreciate that, really. So it's all decision making, because we can use the mind in our advantage. It's if you understand the mind is really trying to take all rounds, you can say, no, this is now, this is my time, or this is light language time, or whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
Paul.
Yeah, I just feel, I just was feeling the stuff without thinking, and I don't know what to say further on.
You can say something in light language.
I must more practice that
Yeah,
still.
we are open for it, so just do it.
Yeah, I open the mouth, but nothing comes out in the moment.
Okay, close your eyes. Take all the barriers away. Shakaramaka, Shukuramaka, Shana Iyakatarada, Kur Unma Shikanama I tu. Chukuna I Chukunum A Kurum A Shukun Bayana Makai Kondom Acha.
Meow.
Shukoka.
Mama. Mama.
So we trust in the system that we can speak any light language. Chukumakati konyakara anaka kanjokoko. Let it go, Paul. You don't have to do it now, but let it go.
Yeah.
You don't need to practice anywhere. This is the practice ground. Chukushkamati kanyanana. I'm really curious for Anna at this moment, but she has. We're practicing light language spacefares already.
No, she won't stay out. She's excited.
Yeah, because she's gonna be on stage. Okay, let it come. Ya chokuto nya maia tada oko ada ma ayo no ko ia na nya iu. So we're gonna ask all space fairies to have our activation in space fairy language. So ana maka iu kurundurum ana mai kata ia ni kata tata iu toto shukuku di dana mai aku toto toto ciata asia tuk 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 cia jan ya i ono mai anyo kana nada iya ja 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 ni kuku.
I get hot.
Yeah, because the energy is really high.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
She had her stage.
I have to look up, but there is a recording with Nicola and me where we have the activation of the space fairies. It's called space fairies, I think. I've looked it up. I will send it to you.
Okay.
Because space fairies are great. They bring such laughter and positive energy.
What is this in Dutch, Robert?
Space fairies.
Sorry?
Space fairies.
Okay, ja,
Ruimteveetjes.
Yeah.
Space fairies. It's international. I believe that they look like this size.
Yeah, they're tiny.
And some of them wear klompjes. And they use, I think it's shorts as a parachute. And they're just bringing laughter and fun and pleasure and bliss. And they're really, really anxious and eager to be with us. And there's nothing they love more. And so it's really, it's a very nice energy. And sometimes, but for me, it was a really difficult one because it really brings in high sounds and high frequencies. And then it wasn't really my frequencies. So it brought all my mind stuff back up again. So I really had to let it break in to my system again. And probably that will happen to you also in the near future. So even if you like Anna at this moment, and sometimes there will be a language that you will think like, this is not the one I'm going to do in a public way. And then still, it's most often they are really special because they're from outer space galaxies far, far away, and they come, and then you are probably the translator for that. So that's really special. So be really open to everything, and don't think that anything is wrong, or no, wrong is not the right word, is strange or weird. Everything is okay. Whatever language, however it feels like it's all new, but it's also really old. And look at Anne, still laughing. It's great, huh? So can you do some more space fairy language, please?
Oh,
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it, really.
Oh, they're letting me know, like, my body is not used to this. So they're like, okay, we're not gonna do it too.
Don't push it. Don't push it. Yeah. But you are now in Space Fairy country.
I could feel when the first time it came in, like when I opened my eyes, it was like I opened them fast because I knew that I was in the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I know that I'm here, but like that was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first time I've had, like, it was, I don't know, 3D, like galaxy. I don't know. It was cool. I haven't had visuals really much for a while. So that was a revisitation for like
Great.
a month or so now.
Yeah, happy. Yeah.
Energy.
Yeah, cool. That's high energy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can always call them in whenever you want it, because now you're connected. It's very easy. It's beautiful. Yeah. Is there anything somebody or all need for today? Did we cover all grounds? Okay. Natika, I got a question for you. You did my course, the Awakening Activations. How do you feel that this is helping with the light language as well?
I don't know, but it did help me with opening up my energy and working with my confidence and trust. But
Okay.
maybe, yeah.
So, and confidence, trust is also the topic we started with today. So there is some, okay, that's interesting. Okay, close your eyes all. Hand on the heart, feet on the ground. I want to finish off with a little light language activation. And this is for a remembrance of all light language in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities. Tukur mba shukuno maata. Shumana maaki kotorum ati katana aya. And that all light language can come out. Kurum ashikan daram ahatatatai ayangara ayangara ugoto shukurama. That there is no resistance left over in your systems. Tokosh tukumpamba atika madamama. Shuruma pachukututum achi. And there's so many language kinds, so that every language which is needed to get out of your system can go out of your system. Bushwa bada'a. So that you can remember every way to do it. Turum atatata otoshukumba achi kanam atata nikandama kataram atam bodo atata. Shata mbuf turum atata sham ai garam ai kurum ok otokumba kara konchum. Ashama koi namaka. Asham boko toramaka. Shumana koram poko torum poko taram pa kita kadam poko torum taka. Shuk, shuk, shuk. And even in all your blueprints, all remembrance is found for light language. Shupatata, shupatoto, shukatata, maramaka, chokumaramakata, shamaramako, kotorum, botorum, barumbototum, barumbototum, barumbaash. Watashuka. Great. Is there anything anyone want to say as a closure?
I did I did react to Anna's light language. I reacted. My voice came up. Yeah.
See? Great. Super. So next time, there's no way out.
Yeah.
Because we can always say, but you did it last time. So
Yeah.
there's no hiding anymore.
No.
So thank you, Anna, that you activated a little bit for Koen. And
Yes, thank you, Anne.
Natika, anything to add to this?
It's just lovely that this experience that I have today of expressing the light language in a different form. I have not seen or heard of it, blowing air out of my mouth and then making some movement, and it's just amazing. It just feels amazing how how in a unique way it is coming out. So it's really just, I just feel so amazed at it, how it wants to express.
Beautiful. Yeah. There's a lot of things coming into my system, like shamanic healing, especially healing systems. So it's interesting to feel what the power is and where it's going. Start practicing with it. Beautiful. From a couple of months when I couldn't see you because you were always blinding your screen, and now doing all this. Really great, really great. Yeah.
I'm too amazed with my progress, and so I was really a camera shy person. I would never come up on on phone and do a video session with somebody who I don't even know. But yes, thank you for keeping that trust in me, and thank you for being part of my journey. It's really
but it's vice versa, and for everybody.
I'm shy too.
But you're a great member of the team. So it's just, let's start really shining. Okay, thank you very much. Next week it will be on Thursday again.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock again, and then from Spain, because I will be traveling in Spain. And tomorrow there is the normal healing session. That's at 5 o'clock. And that will be next week also on Friday again. So if you know anybody who wants to be there, just let them write me so that they can get the link if they don't have it yet. You, of course, are welcome, and hope to see you soon. Thank you very, very much for your attending here. It was a pleasure. And thank you, Anna, for bringing in the space fairies again. It's really good. Thank you. And I hope you all have a great night. And probably if you start speaking at night and your partner or your neighbors are complaining. Sorry.
No problems yet. Luckily, my husband isn't freaked out, so.
It will be really strange if your partner didn't complain, but your neighbor did. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I found it was really beautiful to do it with you, and hope to see you soon. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.